In this lecture, we are going to learn about other two important array methods in JavaScript, the sort method and the reverse method. So let's understand what the sort and reverse method does. And let's start with reverse method. The reverse method basically reverse the order of the elements in the array. So the first element becomes the last element in the array, the second element becomes the second last element in the array, the third element becomes the third last element in the array, and the last element becomes the first element of the array. So for example, on the numbers array, if I go ahead and if I call reverse method, it is going to return us a new array. So let me go ahead and let me store it in a variable. Let me call it as reverse array. Okay, and let's log this reverse array, and let's also log the original array on which we are calling the reverse method. So the original array in this case will be numbers array. So if I save the changes, you will see that what this reverse method has done is it has reversed the order of each element in this numbers array, and it has also modified the original array. So here the reverse method is not going to return us a new array. Instead, it modifies the original array. You can see here when we are logging the original array, it has also been modified. So it modifies the original array and it returns us that modified array. So this reverse method, it changes the original array. And what it does, it basically reverses the order of the element in the array. You can see the first element has become the last element in that array. The second element has become the second last element in the array. And the last element has become the first element in the array. So this is reverse method. Now let's talk about sort method. So let me go and let me comment this code here. The sort method of the array is used to sort the elements of an array into ascending or descending order. And by default, sort converts the element to strings and then sort them in alphabetical order. So when we use the sort method on a string value, it will basically sort them in alphabetical order. But when we use sort method on, let's say, a number array, in that case, that sort method will first convert each element of that number array into a string value, and then it will sort them. And since the numbers are converted to string and then the sorting is happening, we might get an unexpected result. So let's first see how the sort method works on a string value, and then we will see how it works on a numeric value and how we can use it properly to get the expected sorting result. Let's go to VS Code, and in here I have an array of string values called words, and what I want is, if you see, each element of this words array is a string value and they are not sorted in alphabetical order. So what I want is I want to sort this array, and for that, on this words array, which is an array of string values, I can simply go ahead and I can call sort method. And by default, it is going to sort each element of this words array in ascending order. It will sort it into alphabetical orders. And the sort method also, it is going to modify the original array. So in this case, it will modify this words array. It is going to modify the original array and it is going to return us that modified array. So let's go ahead and let's store that array in a variable. Let's call it sorted words. And let me go ahead and let me log this sorted word in developer console. If I save the changes, you will see that now this words array, it has been sorted in ascending order. It has been sorted alphabetically. If you want to sort it in descending order, then after sorting it in ascending order, on that you can simply call reverse method, and as we have learned, the reverse method will change the order of the element in the array. So now the elements will be sorted in descending order, as you can see. So sorting string values is very simple. We just have to call the sort method on the string array. But what if the array is an array of numeric values? So let me comment these two lines here, and let's try to sort this numbers array. So on the numbers array, I am going to call the sort method, and as we learned, the sort method is going to sort the elements in the original array. So this sort method is going to modify the original array and it is going to return us that modified array. So I'm going to call it as sorted numbers. Now, since we are trying to sort the elements of this numbers array, and the element of this numbers array is basically numeric values, this sort method will first convert these numeric values into string values, and then it will try to sort them. So if I go ahead and if I try to log the sorted array, in this case, this sorted numbers array, if I save the changes, you will see that the result is not proper. You will see that first 10 is coming, then 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And the reason why first 10 is coming is because since these values are converted to string type, first it is checking the first character of that string with the first character of second string. So since 1 comes before 2, that's why you will see that 10 is coming first here. Let me also add 1 in this. If I save the changes now you will see that first 1 is coming, then 10 is coming, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 is coming. So here we do not have the expected result. Now, how can we sort this numeric array properly? For that, what we can do is to this sort method, we can pass a callback function like this. This sort method is going to receive two parameters. Let's call it A and B. So this A, it will receive the current element. Basically, this sort method it is going to loop over each element of this numbers array, and it is going to assign this A with the current element and this B with the next element. So for the first iteration, this A will be assigned with 7 and B will be assigned with 2. For the second iteration, A will be assigned with 2 and B will be assigned with 10. For the third iteration, A will be assigned with 10 and B will be assigned with 4. So A is going to receive the current element and B is going to receive the next element. Now what we need to do here is from this callback function, we need to return either a negative value or a positive value or 0. When we return a negative value, so here A is going to receive the current element and B is going to receive the next element. So if A minus B is negative value, that means A is smaller than B. In that case, A should come before B. But if A minus B, if it is a positive value, in that case, A is greater than B. So in that case, B should come before A. And if A minus B is 0, that means both A and B are equal. So in that case, we do not need to change the order. We can keep them in the same order. Right? And this is the logic we need to write. So from here, we can simply say return A minus B. Now, for the first iteration, A is 7 and B is 2. So in that case, 7 minus 2 will be a positive number. And when we have a positive number, the two numbers are going to swipe their position. So in that case, 2 will come before 7. It is going to update the original array. So after the first iteration, the first element will be 2 and the second element will be 7. So for the second iteration, A will be assigned with 7 because now 7 is the second element and B will be assigned with 10. So in this case, 7 minus 10 will be a negative number. And when we have a negative number, in that case, A should come before B. So A is 7, B is 10. So in that case, 7 will come before 10. So in that case, the order will not change. And in this way, the sorting will happen. So now if I go ahead and if I save the changes, you will see that now the order is correct. The sorting is correct. So keep in mind that this A and B, it is going to receive the current value and the next value. And based on the value of A minus B, if A minus B is negative, A should come before B. So in that case, the position will not be changed. But if A minus B is positive, in that case, B should come before A. So in that case, the position will be swiped. And if A minus B is 0, that means both the numbers are equal. In that case, the swiping will not happen. So they will stay on their current position. And using this algorithm, it is going to sort these numbers into ascending order. If you want to sort them in descending order, here you can say B minus A. If I save the changes now you will see that now the sorting is happening in descending order. Because as we have learned, When we return a positive number, the position is changed. When we return a negative number, the position is not changed. Or when we return 0, the position is not changed. I hope you got the point. So this is how we can sort numeric values, numeric arrays. Now let's say we also have an array of object types. So basically here we have an array of user objects. Each user has a name and it has an age property. So now what we want is we want to sort this users array, and in that we want to sort each user by its age. So the user with less age should come first and the user with old age should come last. So how can we do that? Let's see that. For that, what we are going to do is, again on the users array, we are going to call sort method. Okay. And to this sort method, we are going to pass a callback function like this. Here, since we are going to loop over this users array, I'm going to pass two elements here, current user, so I'll call it as current, and the next user, so I'll call it as next. You can name these parameters anything. So what we will do here is we will check if the current user age, so this current parameter, it will be assigned with a user object. For the first iteration, it will be assigned with this user object, and the next parameter will be assigned with the next user object. So for the first iteration, it will be assigned with this second user object. So both of them are storing a user object, and each user object has this age property. So we are going to check if the age of the current user is less than the age of the next user. In that case, we don't want to swipe their position. Okay, so the age of the current user is less than the age of the next user. We don't want to swipe their position. And we have learned that when we don't want to swipe the position, we can simply return -1. But if the age of the current user, so again for that we can say current.age is greater than the age of the next user, in that case we want to swipe their position, because in that case the next user whose age is lower than the current user, it should come first. So here we want to swipe the position of the current user and the next user. Next user should come before the current user. So when we want to swipe the position, we need to return a positive value. So here I'm returning 1. Otherwise, if their age is same, if the age of the current user and the next user is same, we will simply return 0. That means we don't want to swipe the position. Okay, with this, let's save the changes. And here in this case, this sort method is again going to return us the sorted users array. So let me create a variable and let's call it sorted users. And let me go ahead and let me log that sorted users in the console. If I save the changes, you will see that in this array, the user should be sorted by their age, but that is not the case here. The users are logged as it is. Let's try to understand why. And before that, let me also comment these two lines. So first, this Charlie should come, then Alice should come, and then Bob should come. But that is not the case here. That might be because this should be age. And now you see they are sorted properly. So I was not using the correct property name. Because of that, there was an error. And as you would have noticed, the JavaScript did not throw any error in this case. So when I said next.user, it would have returned undefined. And we are comparing undefined with a numeric value. And because of that, we were getting an unexpected result. But JavaScript did not throw any error for that. Anyway, but now you can see that now we have sorted each user object in this users array based on its age. And as I have mentioned before, whenever we use sort method on an array, it modifies the original array. So if I go ahead and if I log the original array in this case, which is users array, you will see that in the original array also, now we have data in sorted order. So the sort method has basically updated, it has modified the original array. So I hope with this now you understand the use of sort method and the reverse method. The reverse method reverses the order of each element in an array, and the sort method is used to sort elements in ascending order in an array. By default, when we use sort method on a string value, it sorts that array in alphabetical order. But if we want to sort a number or a complex type like a user object, we can pass a callback function to the sort method, and there we can write the logic. From there, we can return a positive or negative number based on whether we want to swipe the order of the current element and the next element in the array. So this is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.